I'm TJ Webb, and this is my voice 1 month on T. Most recently, I talked to my sister, and I asked her what our mom thought about me starting testosterone. I no longer speak to her, but my siblings still live with her. And she told me that she had said that the decision I made to take testosterone is one that trans people think about years and years in preparation before they actually decide to take testosterone. I asked my sister if she felt the same way that my mom did. And she told me that no, she didn't. She knew that because she basically explained dysphoria, which was really, I don't know, it was crazy that like she knew what I was feeling without me having to tell her. And she goes, I knew that you were hurting in a girl body and that you were just ready to not be in a girl body anymore. I can't cry anymore because of testosterone, but if I could, I would cry because of that. I just wanted to start with that. My last vlog, which was about a month ago, I talked about some changes that I had started to get about my first week on testosterone, but now I'm about a month and a week on testosterone. But since I have made that video, I talked about some of my changes. I talked about mood swings, and I talked about more hair on my brows. I've got a lot more hair right here and right here. Another change is facial hair. My hair, after being on testosterone, my peach fuzz has gone from soft to thicker. It definitely feels less like peach fuzz. I try to shave every 4 days if I can, because I'm really wanting it to grow back like faster and thicker and darker. I've gotten more of a deeper voice. I was watching my first video and I realized how soft my voice was. Just because I have a deeper voice doesn't mean that it sounds male passing yet. But anyways, my voice is deeper, which is terrific. I can't cry anymore. I can tear up. I saw the Won't You Be My Neighbor documentary. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. I hadn't felt so touched in a really long time, but I still couldn't cry. All I could do was tear up, and it was... Is this what being a boy is like? I've gotten more hair everywhere. I have more hair on my arms, on my legs, and in other places. I even have one tiny chest hair. It's right here. It's there. So, and it's thicker and it's darker. Like I had hair on my legs before, but I feel like it's darkening up now, and I've got more on the back of my legs, which I never used to have hair on the back of my legs. And then I've even got some on my knees, which I've never gotten that before either. My muscles are more defined. My legs are, I don't know if, because testosterone is a confidence booster, and I'm not sure if I just see like change in myself or if like I'm just more confident. I feel as if my nose has gotten bigger as well, because it used to be kind of small and buttony, but now it's like bigger. My muscles, they're more defined. My calves are like beautiful. I've got more of a muscle definition. I used to have a muscle definition like this in like my freshman year of high school because I would longboard all of the time. I'm also working out consistently. I try to work out every day. Sometimes it ends up being every other day, but now that I finally like belong in a body and like this is finally the body that I should have always been in, I try to take the utmost care of it that I can, because now I finally get to choose what I should have always been. I've also had a few issues. So I think I've developed an allergy to the preservative that my testosterone is in. I had done my shot in my left thigh and it was raised for like about a week. And I was also getting bit by like bugs at the time because I had been outside, so I thought that maybe it was just bugs, but it kept itching, and it itched for like a week. And then I finally did another shot on, because I alternate legs, I did my shot on my other thigh, and then it did the same thing. And I was like, oh no, what's going on? Because I didn't realize that it could be like an allergic reaction. My thoughts were the testosterone got too cold and it's sitting in my thigh, and I hit a muscle, I inflamed my leg, and then I was like, okay, maybe I'm allergic to something. And then I was like, oh my God, am I allergic to testosterone? And I might be allergic to the preservative that my testosterone is in. That might end up being the issue. I'd called Planned Parenthood, and I mentioned in my last vlog that Planned Parenthood isn't exactly well versed on this subject, so I was kind of apprehensive to ask them anything really. They really didn't know what to do besides to tell me to just not touch it. So I didn't touch it, I didn't itch it. They were like, it could very well just like be sitting in your skin, and with skin stuff, it really just takes not touching it. So that's what I did. And they were like, if it's still happening, if you take like, go ahead and do your next shot on like a different site. I had my friend come and do my T-shot in my arm, and I haven't itched. So I don't know if like it's a particular part of my skin that is allergic to the preservative, because the preservative is cottonseed oil. And I did a bunch of research, and I had some of my really good friends do research too. And they were like, look, this trans guy had the same problem that you do. And so this one guy on the internet was allergic to cottonseed oil. And what he had to do is he had to be off of testosterone for a little bit until his doctors figured out what was wrong. And he just switched to a different preservative, which I've seen the preservative that you can switch to is grapeseed oil. So that might be something that I have to do. But considering I haven't gotten any more allergic reactions like on my arm, I'm wondering if it's because my fat is too firm, because that's been something that's been troubling me within my shot process, is my fat has just been too firm, and I can't even really like pinch any fat. It's just not soft enough. And like the softest parts of my body are like probably my arms. My arms are pretty soft, and then like my inner thigh, which I don't really know if I can do my shot on my inner thigh. So that's been something that's been freaking me out lately, and I don't know what to do about it. And then I also have a binder issue. This binder at this point, first let me explain what a binder is. That would probably, I mean, I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you know what a binder is, but for other people, I can tell them. This is the binder that I just ordered actually. So what a binder is supposed to do is it's supposed to hide your chest. For really anyone who just wants to present masculine, will probably get one of these. So this one is just long because it's meant to, this is more of a spandexy type. This is for my stomach. And then this is really what does it. This is really what binds my chest. And it stops kind of here. You can kind of see the separation. It's made out of this material that like presses all of my mass in my chest towards me so that I look like I have a flat chest. This one in particular has been really loose, you see? And so I think it's because of fat redistribution, which is another change that's happened very gradually for me. But wearing binders has been more difficult because I have to readjust a lot because it's so loose. So I went and bought another one. It's because working on $8.15 an hour is a bust. I had some friends give me like $5 or $15 or $25 to get 2 binders. So I got 2 binders, and my current size, the one that I'm having problems with, is a 4X, and this boy is a 3X. So it shouldn't be too much of a difference, right? So I tried this one on this morning, and it was so tight. Probably dangerously tight. Eventually I was like sitting in it for a while, and I was like, okay, this isn't terrible, but it is not comfortable. Like, I wasn't unsafe, but I was not in any way comfortable. So I took it off and I put on my looser ones. And the thing is, like, these binders aren't necessarily loose because they're worn out, that could definitely be a factor. But I bought one of my binders that is loose 2 weeks ago, so it's not worn out or anything. It's just I can't find the right size for me. Like, it does the job. It does what it needs to do. I think what I'm just so keen on is I just want to look flat. I don't happen to be one of those trans guys that's like super skinny and had basically like no chest. I started growing a chest when I was in 4th grade, but I think it's just something that like I can't compare myself to others. So that's been my binder issue. My last thing that I wanted to talk about was my friends and family have been apprehensive about me taking testosterone because when I first took testosterone, I thought that I was non-binary. But I knew that I didn't want this body anymore. And I myself was a bit apprehensive. It took me a while to realize that that was something that I needed. It took me a while to even think about the possibility, and I don't regret it at all. And I want that to be something that my friends and family understand. Every change, every slight little change has made me so excited. And there are even times where I feel like it's not working fast enough, and I'll feel sad. But I think that means that I'm very, very confident in my decision to take testosterone. One of my anxieties before taking it was that things were going to change too quickly, because I had heard that there were other trans guys that like started testosterone and then it was just too much and it kind of snowballed, and they were like, this is all happening too fast, so they would stop for a while. But that hasn't happened with me once. I am constantly anticipating everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait until no one like calls me ma'am on the phone, and I can't wait until like, you know, my fat redistributes out of my hips. I can't wait for more hair, and I can't wait for my face to finally like not look like this like pudgy little boy. I mean, of course, part of that is me being overweight, but then part of that is estrogen, and I'm really excited. That's it.